Hello there, Pisces. How are you? Hope everyone is doing well. I have been just really, I should say, I don't like to say busy, but busy, I guess you can say, just with a lot of family things. We're making a lot of changes around the home, kind of doing spring cleaning. So I have been out of action, but we are back starting the week. This is Sunday for this time of recording. So as always, friends, I hope you are doing well. Great to have you here. We're just checking in for sun, moon, and rising energies for our Pisces fam. All right, guys, so let's see what's going on. We've got the past, present, what we can anticipate, and then we're just going to have a look at what the challenge is as well. Okay. I've got a bit of a different setup right now, so bear with me until we get a bit more organized, but I don't know if the camera is shifted, but I've relocated my office, done a lot of changes, guys. So okay, so checking on in, and I just want to say happy birthday for those that have been celebrating over the weekend and for this week for our Pisces. All right, guys, so having a look at the past, we've got the Patience card, and I'm sure this came up last week as well, where things have been taking some time to, come to life, to flourish. So that's, I think, a challenge in some way in the past, or maybe not a challenge as such, but something I think that you've had to pay attention to or be just in a place of trusting the process moving forward, that something is brewing, something is growing in terms of your desires and what it is that you've been wanting. Maybe you haven't seen the growth fully as yet out in the world where you can touch and feel it, but it's been a work in progress for you. There's no doubt here, Pisces. Having a look at where things are currently, what's showing up is movement, choices, and decisions. Okay, so this is kind of like making plans where you want to go. This is like the Two of Wands energy. So it's really assessing what is it that you want next. So it seems like while things have been, brewing in the background, growing in the background, that maybe you haven't seen, you've had these dreams and desires that you've wanted to come to life and flourish. Now there's kind of like, okay, well, you're seeing or feeling some progress, but there's still some changes that need to be made. There's something that you may feel called to do, pushed to do, or maybe you're just not even sure right now. Maybe you're feeling a little bit stagnant. We'll check in a little bit deeper, but then we've got showing up as we take a look out, memories of love. So this is interesting because when we look at this, this is kind of like the Six of Cups energy, okay? There seems to be some aspects here of, I'm just getting the word remembrance. So this could be something that you did enjoy doing, people you enjoyed spending time with, being around, that made you feel good or made you feel at home or content of some kind. We're going to dive in deeper, guys, but there's something I feel from your past that you want to bring back into your life, or you're going to start seeing, maybe you start nurturing something that you once did, once were in, once a part of, is what I am feeling here right now for you. In terms of the challenge, this is interesting energy. You've got triumph and success, which is like gaining some truth, gaining some clarity. Then we've got discontent and boredom, and further on, conflict and defeat. I just feel there may be some part here, Pisces, that you're actually not sure what to do next. I think maybe you've got some clarity, some truth of something that you want to do, or some form of new beginning that makes sense to you. But when you actually start connecting with it within yourself, it's like something is amiss. Something just isn't feeling right. And that's what I'm gathering here. And then with the conflict and defeat, which is like the Five of Swords, I feel this is more you unable to get the full clarity that you need on what path and direction you go. I feel like you're trying to move towards something but running away from something at the same point in time, and that could be more a mental conflict, because if it's something you're doing for you, you may find that you know you want to do something. You can kind of see it. You know that you're good at it. You know that you enjoy it. But there's a part of you that may be challenged in that you've got to do it for you and show up in a sense of like put yourself out there that may be somewhat uncomfortable, or there's just not enough drive or motivation to push you to head a certain direction. And a safety zone for you, which is the mental conflict, you kind of maybe take steps back and then take steps forward. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Like I said, we've been doing a lot of moving. I'm in a whole new space right here, right now. Probably a lot of like dust is moving around. But anyway, I'm just getting like this kind of like you're doing a dance with yourself, and trying to feel in what feels good. And there's just something that, I don't know, you're challenging yourself with a little bit. So let's dive in a little bit deeper and see what this patience energy is and what you need to know, guys. Let's take a peek. What do we need to know for our Pisces? Oh, we had 2 more cards. I was like... For our Pisces, thank you. So we've got the 4 of materials showing up and the devil energy. So when we take a look at this, there just seems to be something like that's been really important to you that you really wanted to hold on to. Maybe there was some form of resistance, or I don't want to say control as such, but that's kind of what I'm getting here, of just pressuring something to happen amongst the waiting that you've had to have, or that you've been in some form of, you know, like I'm trying to think what it is, kind of like a roundabout. I think you call a turn circle here. But you haven't been able to get off because you're looking for the right path or the right direction to go. But it's like you want to see something a certain way or certain path or certain, yeah, I'm just seeing like a circle and pathways. But at the same time, that could be a way of thinking. I'm just getting like loop, circle energy is what's showing up here. Let's get more on this 4 of materials and what we need to know. Okay, we've got the 6 of inspiration, sorry, 8 of inspiration, and the 10 of voices. So I think there was just some part here, Pisces, where you wanted things to move forward, but it just wasn't happening for you with this 10 of swords energy showing up here. There was something that you really wanted, something that you've been desiring, that you're it seems very passionate about. I'm getting on the edge of like maybe a bit possessive. This could be you or a different, vice versa for a different energy, but I feel like it's around a situation or a thing. And you just, whatever movement was happening, whatever progress, whatever path or direction, I feel like there was just an ending, like a quick shutdown. And that wasn't an easy thing to deal with, is what's showing up here anyway. So let's have a look at this movement choices energy. So I've got the Ace of Emotions and the Temperance energy. So I feel like I mean, this, again, you could be on different timelines, as I mentioned here, Pisces, but what I'm getting here with this movement, choices, decisions, and this Ace of Emotions and the Temperance energy, it's like you found yourself in a space where it's like you're feeling good again about where you are and where you're going. There's something that is like bubbling up for you within yourself, of feeling of happy, feeling like, I'm just getting connected. Okay, so whatever troublesome energy that you were in here, and I say troublesome just because I feel like you felt a bit restricted because you wanted things to happen, you wanted things to progress, you wanted things to move forward, but it just wasn't the time. And maybe underneath you, you didn't see that things were actually working in your favor, but as you've come through, I think you do recognize this now. And maybe you even learnt parts of yourself here, Pisces, of acknowledging, sometimes patience is required, but acknowledging more than anything how to slow yourself down, okay, could be a way. And I know that may not be easy for you because, Pisces being a swimmer, being, needed to be in movement and flow, that just wasn't happening. So that was a challenge. But I'm seeing here that things are feeling good now, things are feeling more balanced, and there's this clarity and understanding now of more of what it is that you want to do, and now being able to make plans towards that. We've got the 10 of materials here, clarifying the Ace of Emotions. What else do we need? And then the 3 of Inspiration. So this is looking good here, guys, because when we see this and when we recognize this, there's some aspect here of the plans that you may have. It's like now what you need to do to move forward, okay? And while certain things may have not made sense initially, it's like you're understanding what you want to pursue and what actually gets you to a place of just wholeness in many aspects of your life. But it's like something had to balance out in support of this, of where you're going next. So whatever plans that you're making, it's like they're going to move forward. You know now exactly kind of what you need to do. I really think too, as part of this, or whatever you're doing, whatever you're heading towards here, whether this is a relationship, a career, or some like hobby, or something you want to test out to see if you can make it like move forward. I think something just feels really right here for you. And if there's other people involved in this dynamic, everything is healed, everything it seems to be supported, and both moving into the same direction, the same path. Some of you could even be moving, changing locations. Let's have a look here of memories of love and what we need to know. We've got the 9 of Emotions. And the 9 of Materials. So I feel for some of you, you've really stepped up in terms of your independence. It's interesting, the song that's coming through is Lenny Kravitz, Are You Gonna Go My Way? Don't ask me why that came in, but that's what showed up here. So I think there's something that you're being very forthright in, certain about yourself, like this courage and boldness that you're having here. But amongst it, I mean, for memories of love to be showing up with these 2 energies, I feel like there is something that perhaps has ended, but it's given you a like, if you're reflecting on it, you recognize the goodness of what has transpired in your life, even through the challenging times. I don't know specifically if a relationship is ended, but it's like you're looking back. And as you look back, I feel like there's some form of contentment and happiness of whatever's happened on this pathway and this journey, whether this is over the months, over the years. You recognize that you're in a stronger place for it. You recognize that you're actually feeling good about it, even amongst, like I said, all these difficult times or uncertainty that you've had. Clarifying the 9 of Emotions, we've got the 3 of Voices. 9 of Materials, we've got the Muse of Materials. So I see, interesting. And then we've got the Ace of Voices, which is also showing up in your challenge position. So I do feel somewhere along this path and journey here for you, there has been some element or aspect of something just truly disappointing you. Perhaps someone didn't do something, that was supportive, but whatever had happened, it was in support of you in the long term. Okay, like it's like spirit had you back, the universe had you back, God had your back, whatever you lean into here. But what I'm also seeing is there's been, I see for a lot of you, a lot of financial gain and a lot of financial growth. Maybe at some point in time you didn't have that. Maybe there was some form of loss financially, or you had to be really frugal and really mindful of where you're putting your money, and it was taking over your thinking, your feeling, your emotions, which would make sense here. What you were maybe progressing in, or how you thought things were going well and moving forward in support of you, came to an end. Maybe it came through quickly and you didn't understand why, but now you're starting to see the things flourish, the things grow. And looking out, it's like now you're gaining the clarity and understanding of why things happen the way they did and where they've come. And I think this has been a big realization for you, Pisces, definitely over the last month, or 6 to 8 weeks, month or two, of how everything's transpiring now and how everything kind of is making a bit more sense if this is your story and your journey, because obviously this is not going to resonate for everyone. So let's just get a final message on the outcome here and what you need to know for our Pisces. What does Pisces need to know? Final message. Whoa. We'll take them. We've got 4 cards. So we've got the 3 of Swords again showing up here with the Page of Swords. We've got the 4 of Swords and the 2 of Cups. So for some of you, it's interesting how we got the Page of Swords, because I feel like this is a bit more of mature energy in a sense of from the Ace of Swords that is showing up in your challenge and towards where you're heading. I feel like you're getting some more answers that you're going to potentially test and try, but amongst it, you've got to find that something that is going to truly light you up and get you excited, but also that you're feeling confident within yourself of that's exactly where you're meant to be going. I don't see you taking action towards something fully until you recognize it actually feels good, but it can't feel good just for a moment. It's got to feel good day after day. That's giving you that inspiration as part of that experience. And that could be part of what you may be struggling with and hard on yourself about. It's like things made sense and now maybe things don't make as much sense as they once used to about what you enjoy doing, what you like doing. And you're trying to find that and navigate that. And maybe there's a bit of sadness with it, because if you're not in your flow or your juice or your excitement, it's very hard to know where to go when you don't know exactly what you want to do. Even though you may think, hey, I'm going to try this and do this, and it's just like, I'm not getting the same excitement that I once used to. So for you, that's not an easy thing, Pisces, I can imagine for you. Okay. But I don't know, like something on the other side, maybe you're in a sense too right now of like, I don't feel like doing really anything. And that can be hard, especially, if you've got a lot of things that you need to do or obligated to do just as part of your life and your lifestyle, your career, work, paying bills. There's just some things where we have to do as being, adulting as such. But I feel whatever it is that you're heading towards, like when you come out of that moment of just feeling recharged or gaining some clarity in that time of rest, you're going to connect in with this 2 of Cups energy with what is actually feeling right and connected for you. So if you're feeling a little bit all over the place right now and not 100% sure, because I feel like you're going to get there, but right now your challenge is lack of clarity perhaps, it will come through. But it's like, there needs to be a few things that come together for you, because I feel there's something that is, I don't know if you're feeling disappointed and sad. I don't feel sadness. I just feel more disappointed, like what you once knew or what you once really enjoyed. I think that's just not it anymore. I don't know, this is like a totally new chapter is what I'm gathering, Pisces, but it might take you a little bit to get there on what that is. And I think You may be feeling somewhat tired, lethargic, or just not motivated to do much right now. And I feel that's okay. If you want to experiment here and there, that's cool. But Spirit's letting me know that this is going to work out. You will get that clarity and that truth of what it is that you want to do, that inspires you, that motivates you, that makes you feel content, supported. But it could be something too from what you once did. Either two parts is just not doing it for you anymore, or you might find you pull different parts of that, of what you did enjoy, and recreate it so it's your own, that you do enjoy, that you feel fulfilled in. And I do feel you will find that balance. You will find that. I'm just seeing like alchemy, and I think of that too with the temperance. It's like you're putting pieces together to find those right ingredients for you. So I'm going to leave that with you, dear ones. I hope that has supported you, and I look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow. If you feel connected, please like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It just lets me know that you are here and that you feel this related for you. I'll speak to you soon. Bye now.